Good.
Should we just do the regular health update?
Yeah, we've got about 8, I think, that can go contact. Nick will be out of contact today. Solomon will be out of contact. Hans will be out. And Cameron will be able to do some contact. So, you know, get him out there here in a little bit. We'll watch tape first of the Kansas game, and then get him out there, just review what the non-contact guys can do, and then we'll go live for a little bit in the half court, just some 2-on-2, 3-on-3, and then get him out of here. And so we need to practice, though, because we haven't, like I said, the 2 days leading up to Kansas, we really weren't able to do anything.
Hans on Saturday.
Doubtful.
You responded all right, though, Nick?
Yeah, I think so. Nick? Yeah. I think so. I think he feels all right. Vic was talking earlier in there, you got treatment. I think everything's okay. I mean, he'll definitely play as of right now. But I would put Hans definitely as doubtful.
What do you do with your starting lineup now that he's back and he had another one of those flirtatious games where he's playing around with the triple double?
Nothing today. Yeah, nothing right now. I don't think there needs to be any type change in that regards. Just got to keep bringing them back slowly, and then just getting us in sync with this team now, and then hopefully Solomon's able to hang in there for a couple more weeks.
It's his shoulder?
Solomon?
Yeah.
He's got some cartilage. I don't want to say torn cartilage, but he's got some cartilage issues in his knee that, to where, he's just getting treatment and just trying to work through it right now.
How much is bringing Nick off the bench about reintegrating him versus wanting to maybe get Lindell more time at the one?
Probably a little bit of both, but I think Nick understands, talking with him, is that you don't know how long he can go right now, and so I think it's more reintegrating him, and then but also still, we did do some good things with Lindell at the one some too, and just continue to start like that, and then see what's best as we go forward. But a little bit of both probably, but I still think just because of Nick's situation, you got to bring him back slowly and back into his role.
Whether it's the next 2 weeks or beyond, how much does it open things up for you guys if Lindell can be a point guard for big stretches?
Well, I just think it just gives both of them a little bit of a break because of the pace that we want to really play at, to where, hey, man, you are pushing. When you're at the one, that ball needs to be pushed up the floor, it needs to be kicked ahead. I think it can, eventually I think it can be a bonus to where you can play a little bit differently from a standpoint of, the pace, try to maintain the pace that you want to play with. But then also, there's times where, to put Lindell in a situation where, whether it's some spread ball screen stuff, if we're looking to get something out of it, may be better in that situation, to where, or at other times it may be better to have Nick there, to get, him off the ball some and Donovan off the ball some. So I think going forward, it just gives you a little bit more options, that, probably in the beginning of the year we weren't ready for.
Does the team transition okay for, Lindell running it and then Nick came in and, initially and it kind of looked like maybe they bogged down for
we did. We did. I mean, there's no doubt about it, because now you got back to how we were early in the year, to where you got everybody looking for the ball, and you can't play fast like that. You got to have a primary lead guard if you're gonna, now if they ever get a rebound, they know they can push tempo, to make sure we change ends of the floor fast. But you got to know, hey, who we're outletting into and who's running the wings hard, if you're going to play fast and play with a good pace. And I think, if you watch the game, I think in that stretch we did. We slowed down a little bit and didn't keep it going. But I think you had a lot of people looking back for the ball if you go back and watch. And we just got to, that's just the hand we're dealt. So you just got to go back and reiterate it again.
So is it a plus for everybody with Lindell at the point? Because not only is, you're playing for this season, but like Travis was insinuating, and you said next year, and then Nick goes back to the 3, whatever he was a year ago.
No. We're not going down that road. That's not what I was inferring to Travis's question at all. So I'm not inferring that one bit.
Okay.
When you look at what is the big thing that you're taking away for Kansas State this weekend, for your team?
We need to go get a road win. We need to We need to be able to play through some adversity to where, hey, you know, what we're doing. People don't. I mean, you guys follow us enough to know, hey, you know, it's good sometimes to have an outside guy watch your team play. You know, and Coach Crean was here and had a chance to watch us and watch a ton of tape. You know, to see, hey, what's their growth been from December to now? I mean, we've had a ton of growth. You know, we hadn't been able to finish some games out for one reason or another. You could put it on probably 5 to 7 different things. You know, so the thing I want to see is, you know, that probably everybody, hey, when we're not making shots, we're not as good of a team. Now, it's a make-miss game at times, but it's affecting, but affects our defense, affects our body language at times. And we got to grow up down these last couple games because there's plenty enough games still to make a good push for a postseason tournament, and that's our goal.
Is that growth obvious in the sense that I know in the past you referred to the first meeting with Kansas State as kind of a no-show game, that you're not having that issue anymore?
No, I mean, we haven't. I mean, you know, you look at, I mean, even the Baylor game, and we played a really good first half. You know, at Texas Tech, we competed for long stretches. I mean, we had 7 guys down there at one point. You know, Oklahoma, we played well. Kansas, we did some good things. We really should have been up early, you know, against them a little bit more. But then, you know, we didn't finish the half well, and we gave up those open threes to Vic to start the second half, and that killed us. That put us behind the 8 ball. And so, you know, we just, you know, we got to take this game in front of us and max it out from a standpoint of they're playing really well. I mean, they beat Oklahoma State pretty good last night. Shoot, I think they're, 4th in the league. You know, and they're good. I mean, Wade's good, Brown's good. Diarra's now playing really good in his role. And, you know, they defend you offensively. They can make shots. They all make free throws. We just need to go win a big game. You know, we've been close, and I just want to see us be able to finish.
You mentioned making a push for a postseason tournament. Is that something you started to dangle in front of these guys? Or
no, because, you know, some of them, you know, you can say RPI to them and all that stuff, and I don't know if half of them, you know it or not. But I think our focus is right now to make sure they know today when I talk to them that, man, we're not far off. Man, we're right there, man. You look at the Kansas game, man, we're right there. You look at, you know, stretches to where, man, we're holding Baylor to 35% shooting in one half, but then 62 in the second half. Why is that, guys? You know, but to reaffirm them, hey, man, we are close. I mean, you look at all these teams. I mean, you guys follow it. I mean, you got teams, people say 14-11. They got them as a 9 seed. You know, I mean, we're a top 50 win away from having 5 top 50 RPI wins. Now, I don't know where that measures at across the board, but you know, there's a lot more games to play for, a lot more games, you know, that we can still gain a lot of ground in a lot of different areas. You know, you really, you know, what league where you're separated from 4th to 10th by 2 games, you know, and so the margin for error is this much, and we're close. We've been close. We got to just figure out a way to just make sure our guys know that.
Can you look back at the Kansas game at all and use that to your advantage, even though it was so far away since it was the first Big 12 game?
The Kansas State game?
Yeah, Kansas State game, sorry.
Oh, the only thing I watch that game and just see it, you know, you really can just say, hey, man, they've grown up a bunch since then. I mean, we were terrible that game, you know, defensively, ball screen defense. Every area we were bad. You know, we scored it early. I mean, we scored 50 points in a half. You know, at home you should be up probably 10 at least. You know, if the pace of the game you get 50. So you can take that to where, hey, man, you don't want to play like that again. But it's a long time ago. I mean, it's 12 games ago. But you know, they're not doing a drastic amount different. We're not doing a drastic amount different. But both teams have grown up a lot, and they're playing really well. But I think we're playing well. I mean, you know, I think we've done some good things. I mean, we're 4 and 5 in our last 9. I mean, I know that's not, you know, off earth-shattering, but you know, the losses have been, you know, a couple on the road, some to ranked teams, and then 1 home to Kansas.
Do you anticipate they're going to test your guys' ball screen defense early and often?
I would think so.
How do you stop the Dean Wade explosion?
We'll change some things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not obviously going to say right now what we're going to do, but that wouldn't be smart. But yeah, we'll have a couple different plans. You know, we're not going to have 5 plans. You know, plan A don't work, plan B. But if you start getting to plan C and D, then then you're in trouble anyway. But we just got to compete the right way, and if we do that, you know, I think we'll be in good shape. You know, it's a great test for us, and it's a good Saturday afternoon game. I'm sure the environment will be great over there. But yeah, ball screen defense will be big. You know, we've got to do a great job in that area.